Hey everyone, what's up? I'm Jasper and behind the camera is Bronson, and this is the first video post for Taking the World On. And today we're starting off with nothing better than cupcakes. Now, I don't know about you, but I love cupcakes, and so, being able to make vegan cupcakes is even better. So, is this the healthiest thing that we could be making right now? No, but it is a treat, and like my friend Michael Pollan said, author of Food Rules, you can have treats as many times as you want, as long as you make them. And I don't know about you, but I don't really have time to make treats all the time, so it's not that much. And also you need to treat treats as treats. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with the icing. And for the icing, you need only 4 ingredients, which is gonna be 1/3 cup of Earth Balance vegan butter spread, 4 cups of vegan powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of milk, soy milk, and if it's going to be soy milk, it needs to be vegan, and you can also use hemp milk. And we're going to use 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So let's get going. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to soften our butter. And what I like to do is I just like to sit it out and let it get at room temperature. Sorry. But right now I don't really have the time, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it on the stove, in a pot of course, and I'm just going to let it get soft enough to where it just starts to melt. I don't want it too soft because I still want it to keep the consistency. So I'm just going to pop that in there, make sure all the paper's off like it's not right now. Ah, shit me. Alright, cool. So we got all the paper off, just go ahead and throw this away. You notice when you get the Earth Balance spread, it has the same texture as regular butter. The only thing that's different really is just that it's vegetable shortening, right?
I think so.
But I don't know, vegetable oil. We'll see. And so yeah. Alright, now, as you can see, it's just starting to melt. So that's pretty good. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put it in here. Beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead and get that a good old rinse off. We don't need that anymore. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start stirring the butter till it gets nice and smooth. And this might take a little while, so yeah. Alright, so now it's pretty smooth. It's not completely smooth, but that's as good as we wanted to get it. Next thing we're going to add is we're going to add 1/4 cup of soy milk, organic, mind you. Just go ahead and plop that right on in there. 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. Of course the lid's still on, so let's go ahead and get rid of that for us. One. I love the smell of vanilla. It smells amazing. 2. Awesome. So we got that in there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add just 1 cup of powdered sugar. The reason why you want to add 1, because if you do all 4 cups, it's going to be way too thick and way too hard to stir. So just start off with 1 cup. And then once you get that good and smooth, then we're going to add in the other cup slowly. Alright, so we're going to add in that 1 cup here. Get it good on in there. Cool. And give it a good stir. Now you're going to notice that you still have the chunks of butter. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Because as you stir it more, the better, the more the texture is going to get more rich. So just give that a good stir. And if you would have added all 4 cups of sugar, like I told you not to, this would be really hard to get out. So just take your time stirring this, put on some 30 Rock. Give it a good watch while you're stirring this. Take your time with this. Have fun with it. It's your treat. You should put as much time eating this treat as you did making it, okay? So just enjoy it. Alright, so after you're stirring it for a while, this is what it's going to look like. Yeah, a lot different than before, right? Alright, so just keep stirring it. That's after 1 cup of the powdered sugar. Alright, so once it starts to look like this, add in your 2nd cup. And guess what you get to do after this? Keep on stirring. And just like before, take your time. Take your time. Now we're going to keep on doing this until we get to 4 cups. And as you can see, when you add in another cup, it gets a lot thicker. Okay, so don't be afraid. I mean, it's not going to turn out as watery as it was when we first started with just 1 cup. It's going to get thicker and thicker as you add more cups, alright? And once we get to 4 cups, like I said, it's going to be pretty thick. But not as thick as we would like it, and that's where the refrigerator comes in. We're going to want to make sure that we freeze this, or I'm sorry, not freeze it, put it in the refrigerator, make sure it's nice and cool. The cooler it gets, the more thicker it's going to be also, and to give us that icing texture. And we're going to let that sit in the refrigerator as we're making the cupcakes. So, it's pretty good now. I like the texture of that, so guess what we're going to do? Add in another cup. And I'll show you what it looks like when we're done with the next 2 cups. Alright, so as you can see, after we added 4 cups of that beautiful, beautiful sugar, look how creamy that is. It's really, really rich. And that's like just real buttercream icing. It's awesome. So, we're going to need this bowl for later when we make more cupcakes, or when we start with the actual cupcakes, I'm sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the icing in this bowl right here, and then we're going to put that in the fridge, and that way while during the duration of us making the cupcakes, we can be using this bowl and the icing can be solidifying. So we're just going to put this in here, and we'll come back at you when we're making the cupcakes.